Final game of the season is already up on us. I cannot believe it. It's gone by so quickly. Time really has flown by. But for West Ham fans, I suppose it's gone quite slowly, and there have been many times in this season where things have really dragged on. And, well, for a lot of people, they'll be glad to see the back of this campaign. The only thing that probably made it positive was the Conference League run. And we still have the Conference League final to play, of course. But the Premier League season's been very rough on a lot of fans. The only real good thing about going into the final day of this season is really that we're playing in a game where we have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. If anything, the talking point is going to be on Leicester, who has to win and hope that results are worse than theirs in order to stay up in the Premier League. The final two places of the relegation zone are yet to be confirmed. By the time of recording, Leeds and Leicester are in there. There are multiple scenarios and situations which could happen in order for the teams to survive. In my honest yet respectful opinion, I think that Leicester's gone. The reason I say this is because I watched their last few games. I've not been impressed. I have not been impressed. And as the season's panned out, it has not been good. It's a real sad fall from grace if you're a Leicester fan. Your team won the Premier League. You played in the Champions League. Played in the Europa League. You won an FA Cup. It's all gone very, very sour. I think behind the scenes there have been things going on that have really not been discussed, and it's become an elephant in the room. The death of Leicester's owner in 2018 was very sad, and it was a man who was loved by millions of Leicester fans. His son took over the club, and I don't think he shares the same ambition as his father did. He doesn't want to push the club on. He doesn't want to push the club further and to make it any better. He's just keeping what he's keeping. For Leicester, the start of the season was bad. 1 point in the first 7 games. Things picked up a little bit in the month of October. Leicester improved, losing only once, winning 3 times and drawing once. But after the turn of the year, this side's only won 3 games. It's drawn 5 and lost the rest. What didn't help was between February 11th and the 22nd of April, Leicester lost 8 games and drew once. The 2 dates that I previously mentioned were the 2 wins. One was a 4-1 win over Tottenham. The other was a 2-1 win over Wolves. This team stuck with Brendan Rodgers through the tough times to try and prove a point that you may not have to sack your manager if you're in a dire situation. Because Nottingham Forest didn't do it and they stayed up. West Ham didn't do it and we stayed up. But with Brendan Rodgers, time to go came. And he was replaced by Dean Smith. It's not exactly an exciting appointment. Nor were other candidates who were linked with the job. Jesse Marsch was linked with the Leicester job. And I'm going to be real with you. He wouldn't have turned it around either. He was cruelly sacked by Leeds. He wasn't going to turn Leicester around. Dean Smith's come in, and I don't think he's the right man to keep him up, to be honest with you. Performances have not really improved. The 2 main parts of that team are James Maddison and Harvey Barnes. Without them, Leicester will be rock bottom and down already. Maddison and Barnes are definitely on the way out. Tielemans is leaving on a free transfer. Söyüncü is off to La Liga. What are they going to do with the striker situation? Patson Daka has not really hit it off in the Premier League. I know everyone talks about him being rapid and fast, and we all at West Ham were really mad when we didn't sign him, but he's flopped big time. Leicester fans reportedly can't stand him and don't think he's great. Jamie Vardy's 36 years old. He's getting on. Who's going to replace him? Anyone? Don't know. A lot of dead wood in that Leicester team. Sumare looked really bad last time I saw him play. They got players in there like Dewsbury Hall, who has potential, but he's not always living up to it. Getting rid of Kasper Schmeichel killed that back line. Long-serving goalkeeper. They got in Ward and Everson. Everson's actually looked okay at times, but Ward, oof, terrible. Terrible performances from him at the start of the season. It cost Leicester massively. A real sticking point for me was when Fulham destroyed the Foxes 5-3. Because if you are a relegation-threatened side and you're conceding 5 goals to a Fulham team that's got nothing to play for other than pride, what hope do you really have? You don't really have much. Mathematically, survival's still possible. Leicester pulled it out of the bag to get a 0-0 draw at Newcastle United. A game in which Leicester did not even have a shot on goal until in the 90th minute. We need to be absolutely ruthless and unforgiving against this lot. We've got to absolutely pound them and send them down. Because that way we can realistically try and get Harvey Barnes. And Harvey Barnes, by the way, if they slap a £50 million price tag on him, we're out of there. Madison will go to a Champions League club. I promise you that. It won't be Spurs. Or, well, they're not even going to make Champions League. But it won't be someone like Spurs. Or it won't be someone like, say, Man United or someone. I think he'll probably go to Newcastle. Attacking midfielder would finally complete the puzzle there. It is sad times for Leicester, really. That club's had to embrace being an all-time high when it was on an all-time high. But if Leicester goes down, I'll tell this to your fans, if your Leicester fans are watching, you've given us some great memories over the last 9 years. Some great, great memories. You've lived fairy tale dreams. You've lived European dreams. If you do go down, I hope Leicester goes back up. Because there needs to be some happiness around that part of the UK. Hopefully, we'd see you sooner rather than later. If you do go down, that is. Nothing's certain yet. As for this West Ham team, I think we can afford to rest a lot of players. Because like I say, we have nothing really to play for. Just rest a lot up and make sure we're all fit in time for the Conference League final. That's all I really say about that. Thank you very much for watching this video. Everyone who's going up there, have a safe journey. This is the last probably weekend where I don't get to sleep in. After this, I'm going to embrace chilling at my weekends and just taking football off my mind for a little bit. So, yeah, this is the last opposition uncovered of the Premier League season. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all soon.